to turn the tide. Astral Train, take off!
Hey everyone, it's Uncle Rob, otherwise known as Uncle Bobby B, and we've got another Transformer review for you today. Today we're going to be reviewing the FansToys FT41 Sheridan. This is obviously a masterpiece Warpath. Just got this guy in, so I'm really excited that this is my first review of an actual latest release, right? I'm going to thank my boy KAPLOW for providing this one for me. And also to thank him because he said there was water damage on the box. I don't see the water damage. I think the box is perfectly fine. So let's take a look at the box here. So there's a picture of Sheridan, or his Warpath, right? You got Sheridan there, Sheridan there. There he is in tank mode, and of course the specs there of some product shots. All right. There's some stuff you can hear. Kaboom, boosh, bada boom. If you guys all remember him in the cartoon, that's how he spoke. So yeah, there he is. Now, I really wanted this one because it completes my Minibot collection of all the Season 1 Minibots, other than some odd ones. But this is pretty much it. To be honest, I wasn't a huge fan of Warpath as a kid. I thought he was a little weird as a Minibot, as a tank, because tanks are pretty big. But anyways, you know, we'll see the scaling issues as we go through this review. And in fact, so let's take a look at him. All right, so there he is in tank mode, and he looks great. The treads don't move. He has no wheels, so it doesn't really roll. But whatnot, there is articulation in the tank. You know, turret goes around, goes a little bit down, a little bit up. Here you go. Looks good. Great paint job on this guy. It'll really pop out in his alt and his robot mode, but like you can see the nice metallic treads, right? The burgundy, the details, it really does pop, right? Here he is with classic Minibot, Masterpiece Bumblebee. Right, kind of scales pretty well. You know, for Sheridan tank, I mean, it probably could be a little bit bigger in tank mode if you want that real world aesthetic. But in terms of knowing that these are both supposed to be Minibots, I think that's pretty good. And then here he is with Masterpiece Streaks, right? Nissan Fairlady, right? You can see again the scaling is a little bit off. You'd figure as a tank he'd be a bit bigger, right? And then also if you want to go G1 toy, he really should be smaller than an actual Carbot. But again, it is what it is. I still think they're great. Scaling is not that big a deal for me, but you know what? There it is. Okay, and just for S and giggles, I thought I'd do Leader Class Ultra Magnus. Alright, so there he is with Leader Class Ultra Magnus. You know, probably want to scale pretty well if you're using your leader classes in that kind of sense. So, you know, he's transporting it. You can do something like that, right? But anyways, let's get to the transformation. Alright, so let's get to the transformation on this guy. Right, we're going to start here on these panels. Just open these up. This panel here on this other side. Right, there's a lot of panels you got to open up. I'm going to fold these panels in here. Right. Okay, and then if you can see here with this one, we're going to fold this one up. Well, first we're going to pop this up like that. Get that out of the way, and then we're gonna fold this up just to get it out of the way. Other ones folded out of the way, right? Then we're gonna come down here, we're gonna fold this up, untab that, and that should let us untab the legs. Alright. So this is gonna call. Alright, so then you're gonna have all that. Alright, so you're gonna have it like this. So we're gonna work on the legs first. First thing you're gonna do is you're going to separate the foot like this. Right? That's gonna get out of the way. You're gonna collapse the tread, and then here you're gonna pull this one out just to complete the tread for the foot. Alright? Once you've got that, so I don't know if you can see this here, right? You got a little flap here that you got to open up here. That'll give you the clearance to work on this part. So what you're gonna do here is you're gonna fold, you're gonna rotate this 180. Like that, right? This is gonna swing in like this, and then this tab's gonna go onto that post there, right? And you're gonna collapse the leg, right? You're gonna bring this leg around so it comes to the front. You're gonna pop that tab back in, and there you got one leg done there. So let's do the other side. Okay, so there's the legs there, right? So then you're gonna bring, now you're gonna do the upper body. We're gonna bring this in. So this clips in there like that, right? And then what you're gonna wanna do is, again, you wanna clear this section here. We're gonna take this, and this all just accordion in like this, okay? Then you're gonna turn, we're gonna turn this whole thing like this, and then turn this like this, because you want to have this clearance here, right? Then we're gonna pop out his head, which is being difficult for me. There we go. Say, very G1. Swing the head around. Alright. Then what you're gonna do is we're gonna come back here, we're gonna separate this. Fold this tab here. And then this folds in like that. Then you're going to, now that you have the clearance, you're gonna hook this whole thing. It would just work with me. So you're gonna feed this thing through there like that. So then this can come around, this goes down like that. Okay, so once you feed that through, you're gonna come to the back here. You're gonna open this, spread this out here. It's on a double hinge, so it's like that. All right, so once you got that down there like that, you're just gonna bring this whole thing over the top and in like that, right? Then you're just going to snap the shell part, and it's going to clip in there. This one's going to clip in here, just like that. All right. At this point, if you want, you can reduce the barrel, straighten the head, push this forward a little, and that'll collapse back down like that. Next, you're going to have the backpack. You got these two posts here, two slots there. Just going to snap that in, just like that. Okay, so there it is. You got the shoulders rotated in the proper orientation. Just going to separate this, pull out the elbow, same thing, separate this, pull out the elbow. I'm going to rock these tracks forward so they're like that. And then last but not least, flip this panel here like that, and you're gonna flip out the hand, and flip out this panel here, flip out the hand, and I think we are done. Alright, so let's clean him up a little. And there he is in robot form. Masterpiece Warpath, and he looks really great. The tolerances are great. The materials are great. I think he's a fantastic figure. FansToys again knocked it out of the park. The details, again, their paint jobs. I don't know if you can really see it, but you can see it's really well painted, right? See if we can get in here for. So there's the head. You know, good articulation on the head. The blued out eyes is a really great paint job there, right? So overall, he is a great figure, right? He doesn't come with any accessories. He doesn't come with a gun. He does come with the alien mask that you kind of get with Sunstreaker, and you also got with Power Glide. So I think that's just from an episode which I don't remember. Anyways, let's do some comparisons here. Okay, so here he is with Masterpiece Bumblebee. You know, the original mini bot, I guess you could say. All right, as you can see, again, as a mini bot, doesn't scale quite like you would think. So, yeah, there's that. Then if you want to see him with a car bot, here he is with Streak. You can see he's just a little bit taller than Streak, so he's matching up more with the car bots, right? So as you can see, the scale is a bit off, but we'll talk about scale in our final thoughts. But there he is with Streak. And then again, just for fun, you know, here he is with a leader class figure, leader class Ultra Magnus, which is really big. So let's move the camera there a bit. So there he is with leader class Ultra Magnus. As you can see, again, you know, scale's a bit okay, right? Maybe display him with your leader classes if you want, but I'll probably still put him with the mini bots and see how it goes. All right. Here's some final thoughts on this. Overall, the figure is great. The details, the paint, the sculpt, all really good. Transformation is a little bit fidgety, but not as bad as some other FansToys I have. FansToys offerings I have. Overall, great. I mean, and the price point's pretty decent. You know, I mean, like Hound, Masterpiece Hound went for over $200 Canadian, and this guy was only about $130. So very good value for your money, I would say. The one thing that is maybe a drawback is that there's no accessories. He doesn't have a blaster or anything like that. The other drawback, which is not really a big deal, because you know, when you're a kid, you remember he didn't really have a blaster, because he had that big chest cannon he's got there. The other thing that would be maybe a drawback for some people, but it's the scale issue, right? He just doesn't scale with the mini bots, and he's just too big for the car bots. But you know, it is what it is. I actually had a good conversation online with some people that's saying that if you really think about it, he's a tank, so you know, he really should be a bit bigger, but you know, that's how it is. If you're looking for that G1 toy scaling, it is going to be a bit off. Speaking of scaling, we got one more comparison here. As always, here they are with the Raptors Championship replica ring. We always got to put that in there. Beautiful, love it. Okay, so anyways, that's the review, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you guys want to comment below, give us a like. Let us know if there's anything else you want me to review. Please subscribe for further notifications. And until next time, see you all later.
Uncle Bobby B, baby. Uncle Bobby B.